Okay. hold, hold on. I might have. Yeah, I might have. I might have messed that up. So give me a second. You know, not much. Just one. I got to do this real quick from over here. Anyway, while I am talking to myself, because this is something I have mastered, really have. What just happened? Everything went wrong. Oh boy. All right, well, here we are. It's for January is over, and I said was bad. I don't really was bad. Like really was bad. Everything broke. So, this error. All right. Anyway, you should be able to hear me, and that's as good as it's gonna get for now. So bear with any sort of technical issues, like I've been saying since day one. All right, we have to upgrade some equipment, but we're getting there. That's it. I have it in my head. Just needed 2 minutes. Daily candle close February 1st, 2019. Now I haven't been able to even look at the charts almost all day. I literally just walked through the door. So this is something I was looking at last night. Litecoin, BTC, Binance, cup and handle. Pretty good pattern layout. Very nice looking as far as the trade was concerned. These moves in here sort of grab my attention as far as pretty good impulse moves with good retracements. Same thing, up, good retracement, up, and then we had this. There's a good pullback for the overall trend, right? Good pullback for the overall trend. So was looking to get into these target areas here, and this would be, you know, completion of the cup. Right, we just got breakout of the cup. Now, if you went from the top side, we're almost fully retraced now from where the breakout started. So, massive breakout there. But if we just look at just this move, you know, I would imagine we're in pretty good shape as far as the pullback is concerned. Let's just take a gander real quick. I'll eye that up just a little bit. So, about 382 is back, so that's good. Hasn't quite made it down to the 5, so there's still a little room here. Could possibly jump in. You could set an order of 5, 618 ballpark. See if it does retrace all the way down to the 5 and the 618. If it hangs on the 382, then I would imagine these targets very well could get hit. So something to take a look at while you're scoping things out. So let me pull up my chart here. Okay, this is the XBT. So Bitcoin on MEX. We got things are happening. There we go. Just give it a minute, and everything is fine. While that loads, let me just drop this down here. So Bitcoin, from what I understand, we had a relatively bad day. We're gonna confirm that just now. We have 2 minutes until the close, so that's always exciting. And the pup wants to go outside, so I will be back. All right. And we're back. Okay, so taking a look at the 15-minute, that's pretty gross. What do we got here? Less than a minute to go for the close. Let me get this thing out of here so we got a little bit more room. See what the hell's going on. Come on, there you go, buddy. All right, so we have been dumping for, what is it, the last half hour or so going into the close. That's unfortunate for the longs. 34.45. So have we held 33.43? That would be my question. Did we hold 33.43? Because that was the previous low, and bang, we just painted our daily. So that's cool. We're going to scope that out in just a minute. Oh, what do you got down here, buddy? 33.81 with a low of 33.80. So let's go ahead. Let's pop in here. And let's see what we got going on. Okay, so currently at 34.35. Obviously, we don't need to look at that. Let's pop over to the daily. Ho! Don't look at my chart. It's gross. So just, yeah, close your eyes. You don't want to see the light show. I get it. Don't worry about it. Oh, this is not bad, people. This is not bad. Okay, but, you know, it's not great. All right, so yesterday, first day of the month, as far as the charts are considered, opened at 34.13. Well, you ended up getting a high of 34.60. So really not this massive spike that being led to believe here. A low of 33.74. All right, that's good, but that's not as low as 33.43, which should have been this little puppy right here, 33.43. So was able to actually maintain this low point. I want to see the low on this candle, 33.72 and 33.74, $2 difference. We could call this a double bottom, but I mean they're literally just within two candles, so it's really not all that dramatic. But finding support at that same level is a bit bullish. The candle itself is a spinning top, so this is indecision. Nobody really won the battle. Nobody really lost the battle. The bulls did get the bonus here, but we're talking about $22. 22 bucks. 0.64%. That is that's the big giant move there, guys. 0.64%. We are currently seeing buying up on the first couple minutes. So what do we got here? This is the 5-minute chart we're looking at here. So the first 5 minutes in, we're 2 minutes into the first 5. And okay. Looks like there was a big push up. Well, not a big push up. Looks like there was a push up that was rejected. It's trying again now. So that's cool. If I could drag this thing over, that would be great. Working on it. Working on it. It's getting there. Come on back on over, buddy. Back. Just do the thing you're supposed to do. All right, let me get this out of auto. Let me drag this up just a bit here. All right, so the I know I go over this a lot, but since we're looking at it, let me show you. The hole. Violet is a 40. Aqua is an 80. Okay, it's a 40-80. Yeah. And I have been playing around with 50-80 and tossing that on and off some charts and sort of just back testing on how it works on crossovers, how it works for support resistance. Very similar to moving average. It's just based off of some different calculations, but nonetheless, it's just for now. It's an indicator for confluence, or it's just an idea of recognizing where it is in relationship to price or price action. So that's that. this should be the daily point of control 34.11 right here, pretty far down there, based off of our current trading, sitting at 34.44. So overall, overall we're sideways. You know, this is the daily. Overall, we're sideways. We do have a low. We do have a higher low. All right, we do have a high. So I guess if you wanted to do something with this, you would have a bit of an upward trend, local, nonetheless. Let's see, high, 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 higher low, higher low, higher low. You can see minus this. You can see how that didn't do anything for us. As far as this was concerned, it sort of went sideways and then started coming down and then the drop. So, you know, you could look for intraday swings and you may be able to find something there. Looks like we're trading within a bit of a range. Definitely on a 4 hour, not much. So you can sort of see, let me just, yeah, that's for everybody's sake. All right. I don't like a cluttered chart. I really don't. And you know, I don't want you guys to see that. But I'm also not going to hide it. I'm not a liar, okay? So you can see my super messy charts, but just know I don't like it. That's why I have many different chart setups. One dedicated to just support resistance, one dedicated to the cloud, one dedicated to EMAs, SMAs. So I try to keep things clean, but you know, I do have one that's called Scratch and a bunch of new ideas and new lines and new trends, and they seem to make it on there. And this is my master chart, so most of that stuff is supposed to be off, but I was just in the middle of, you know, investigating, so to speak. Anyway, what I do want to show you is what I'm looking at currently, and that's the 4 hour chart. So, you know, you had your BART up here, which started this, right? Started the down. On the 4 hour, right, you got a low, and you got a lower low, even though this is also a lower low, but you know, the trend is in that ballpark, right? So you got a low, you got a lower low, and you got another lower low, right? These are the sort of like the pivot points. Then you got kind of a range trading here. This is actually a diamond, a little bit of a diamond bottom. Then you have more range trading here, and this would be a triangle, symmetrical triangle. Then you have big push up, and then a big drawdown. All right, so similar to here, big push up and drawdown. So at the end of this diamond you dumped, you came back a little bit, went up, so you got it all back, and you dropped down and you started painting yourself a triangle, right? Broke north of the triangle, failed to maintain momentum, came down. After coming down, dumped. And from here, looks like a little up, down, another little diamond-ish. I would call this area a range. It looks like if you follow the cursor, it looks like we sort of hung out in this zone. And actually kind of where the point of control is. I would probably go a little bit lower, would be the top of the range. Broke south of the range. Right here, pushed down, came up just a tiny little bit of a bear flag, pushed down again, and now this is what we're looking at. So what do we see? Okay, as far as trends are concerned, locally you have your bottom, you have your higher high, you have your higher low. So 1, 2, 3. You would be expecting this move to make a high above this wick, which would then give you your higher high, and then you have an established, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4 local micro trend on to the upside. All right, at which point you can start looking at A, B, C, D. Give an idea for that. A to B, this move A to B equals C to D. So that's something you could take a look at. You could draw a trend from, down here or the body up to you to this other low point, so the swing low, and see what the projection may be. You'd be able to come down, probably cut out this breakout area, this breakout, fake out, connect right here to right here, get yourself another trend. You would end up getting yourself a bit of a symmetrical triangle if you were to use that. Now you gap all of this trading, so it's not the greatest. If you were to trend this out and then trend this out, you'd get a better idea. But let's take a look at the bigger picture, right? We're in a 4-hour chart, and like I said before, we were looking at the highs, right? Lower high, lower high, lower high, lower high. Okay. Lower low, lower low, lower low, lower low, lower low, lower low. So it's pretty clear on the 4-hour chart that we're in a sizable downtrend on top of the global downtrend from December 17th. So try not to fool yourself. Important levels, if you are starting to look bullish on this, first off, let's get over, all right, this low point, which it looks like we are currently. So we broke that out, it looks like a few hours ago. All right. This is not a substantial level, but if you look left, it's not a bad level. The areas where you dumped down, that was sort of your retracement area. Okay, you came back down, broke through it, and then what did you do? You retested that whole zone right here. And when you came up, you smashed through it. So, this particular wick all by itself is not much. Now, a stronger area would be something similar to this, where we were at range for a while. So, like, support, 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 all support. All right, let's come over here. All right, resistance, resistance, support. Even on the 4-hour, tap down, support, more resistance. So that's an area that I would say would be a little bit more intense, and that's 35.15-ish. So I'd be looking at this is saying, hey, 35.15. I think that's going to be an area of resistance. So let's keep our eyes on that. Let's see if we have anything that'll show us we're even going to attempt getting up there. Now on the downside, according to trend, downside doesn't really need any help. I mean, we are just going down. So this little retrace up here, and pull back, and even if you go back up, really, until you are over 36.76, call it 36.75. We can grab the exact if we need to. So the high is 36.72. So until you break trend and you close above, well, I guess it really wouldn't matter. You just have to get above 36.72. For me, it's so hard to say. Sometimes I'm wicks, sometimes I'm bodies. It depends on the time frame. It depends on the chart. It depends on if it's a low cap coin, a high cap coin. I mean,